There you go, baby, here am I. Well, you left me here so I could sit and cry. Well, golly gee, what have you done to me? Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Love you like I do.
I got a beautiful customized 1962 Thunderbird. As it turns out, Fred Dorsch is an old-time drag racer. As I tell everybody, there's not a time that goes by when I meet somebody that ran at Dover Drag Strip or Connecticut Dragway for that matter. And Fred is, needless to say, is one of the group. Fred, welcome to Cars and Us. All right, pleasure to see you here.
Nice to see you, Dennis.
This is a dynamite car.
Thank you.
You've got your car, you've got your maids.
These are my models, the car girls, hot rods and bods. They love cars, they love bikes, and they love this atmosphere.
Hey, listen, they certainly had a flair to the car, that's for sure.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
introduce them.
Right here we have Larissa, Pamela, and Kelly.
Where are your girls from?
Connecticut. Connecticut. Connecticut.
Where in Connecticut?
Watertown.
Okay, all right. We want to give you a little plug and make sure. Do you girls work for an agency or anything? Or you're just Fred's girls?
Fred's girls.
Oh, okay, that's good enough. You do definitely add a nice touch to this exceptional car. We'll get back to you after. Fred, in the meantime, there's a little story behind it we were talking about off camera about John Force in this car.
Yeah, I had this car at Tasca Ford show last year, and Tasca Ford sponsors John Force's funny cars now. And John liked the car, and he wanted to drive it. So we pulled it out, we fired it up for him. John Force drove my car, pulled a couple of hole shots, and he autographed my dash for me.
Tell me, what's in this? What's in this? I mean, this is a radical custom here. This is really nice.
It's started out as just a regular 62 Thunderbird. And the first time I customized it, all I did was lower it, and I chopped the top. It's a 72 Lincoln roof. We took 4 inches out of it, and the car was the car was red, white, and blue for the first 15 years of its life. Yeah.
Nice.
And then I got tired of looking at those colors. Started to fade, and we decided to pro street it. So we back-halved it, put a new hood on it, and painted a different color, and did a lot of modifications to the driveline.
Motor, what makes it do that whole shot?
Well, it's a 400M bored out 30 over. Yeah, it's 525 horse. It's got a Fairbanks automatic with a
Fairbanks, there's an old name.
Yeah,
there's a name out of the past.
That's right. They still make them. It's a C6. It's got a big servo in it, 3,000 stall speed, and a locker end notch rear.
Right.
So the Ford guys will know what that means.
Where did you get the car? How much did you do to it? How long did it take you to do?
I had the car 15 years. I bought this from a guy who was getting divorced. His wife was coming in to clean everything out. He wanted to get rid of the car. He needed cash.
Sad story.
I went down and looked at it, had cash in my pocket, and drove the car home.
And you took advantage.
That's right. I took advantage of him. I certainly did.
So did his wife.
Well, I don't know about that, but that's the story behind the car.
It's a great car, great looking car. The color, is that a PPG color?
No, it's House of Colors, Sunset Pearl.
Is it?
Yep.
Nice job. How long did it take you to reconstruct it?
Last time was 3 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Long,
Last time. Yep. I had to take the roof off probably 7 times before I got it straight. It's all fabricated because that is a Lincoln roof. And I made the custom grill myself, bent the tubes, had it chromed. We put Toyota Celica seats in it, had them all done over, so you can sit a little lower.
Got a nice big tack up on the dash. I'm
that's
sure
old,
John Force didn't have trouble seeing
that's an old school tack in there. There's no lights that go on or anything. It's all old school.
It's the old Sun?
Yep. It's got the swing away steering wheel still. Fuel cell in the back and the battery, you know.
Yeah. Nice, terrific.
It's a fun car.
Yeah.
Fun car.
I spotted the girls too earlier on. Actually, I got a little footage of them before earlier on, but it's nice to see them here.
Well, we have a promotion company that I have.
That's what I was going to ask you.
We have 8 girls. I have access to probably 100 cars. We have entertainment. We have live bands. I have rock bands, funk bands. So if somebody has a promotion, a business opening, car shows, bike shows, we can provide the whole gamut and basically give them the entertainment.
So that's your business?
No, I own a used car dealership in Wolcott. So, you know, that's my business, you know. But,
so that's a little sidebar then?
Yeah, keeps us busy.
Keeps you busy?
Keeps us busy,
Okay,
yeah.
so if somebody wants to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Get a hold of me, area code 203-560-3359, or get me online at fredtbird62@AOL.com.
Good, terrific. We're going to put that up on the screen for you.
Okay.
When we start editing the show and do the show, so give you a little exposure.
Okay,
and hopefully,
great.
you know, you'll get some business out of it. But at least the viewers will get a chance to enjoy the pretty girls and a great car.
I appreciate it.
Fred, pleasure.
Thank you, Dennis.
Say hello to my friends down in Watertown,
I'll tell
will you?
them all I
All
talked
right?
to you. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys.
There's a tremendous display set up over here. It's really magnificent. The display alone is worth seeing. Got a couple of Camaros in here. One is a 67, and we saw him earlier on, but I finally got a hold of Steve McDonough, who is the owner of both of these cars. So I want to welcome you to Cars and Us.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad I found you, and like I said, your display is magnificent.
Yeah, it's eye-catching.
I mean, it certainly is. You know, it certainly adds a flavor to your cars. But this orange Camaro, this 67, is just gorgeous. This, you can't miss this from over the other side of the room.
Well, no, you can't. It's a little. Some of my friends call it a little ostentatious, but you know.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, I
Not
don't
at all.
either.
I think it's a beautiful color.
Yes, absolutely.
Very
It's
tastefully done.
House of Color, candy tangerine over silver base. Yep.
Okay.
And it gets you. It's an eye-catching car. You know, it's got chrome illusion flames on it. What do you want to know about it?
It's modified. You know, tell us something about the modifications on it. I mean, start from the engine right on back.
All right, the engine street and performance. It's a 502. It's running about 500 horse. The firewall is all smooth. All the brake lines, fuel lines are hidden inside the car in the hand-built consoles and stuff. The nose is all seamed. It's all welded to the car. There's no bolts that hold it on. The nose will never come off the car.
Right.
Unless, you know.
Well, you don't want to even think
Right.
about that.
Right. The interior has a 59 Chevy dash in it with Dakota Digital.
Okay.
It's all hand-built console. Comes up through the back seats. Kind of looks like a 53 Corvette in the back.
Right.
It's all, they call it a waterfall. Comes around the back of it, back down onto the armrest. The car has a mini tub in it. It's got air ride suspension. It's all chromed underneath. The only thing you can see underneath really is the exhaust and the drive shaft.
Right.
And the flames, because it's flamed underneath, just like it is. Oh yeah, just like it is on top.
Nice touch.
We got critical mass stereo equipment in it. We just did a fiberglass insert tub inside the trunk. It was upholstered. We got rid of that. Did that. We got 20s on the back for rims. It's quite a feat, you know. There's so many modifications. I can't even think of them all.
Now we'll divert the attention to the black Camaro.
The black Camaro. Well, I built a lot of cars. I have a lot of toys, and my wife was getting a little upset with me.
To say the least, right?
Yeah. So last year, she really comes to the shows to see what I got new.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So last year at the World of Wheels in Boston, I had this car there. That car was actually in pretty tough shape when I bought it. And she turned the corner and she looked at me and she said to me, "Oh my God, you built another car." I said, "Yeah, but I didn't build it for me." She's like, "What are you talking about?" I handed her the keys.
Did you?
She says to me, "I don't know whether to cry or kill you." So I built that for my wife.
That's terrific.
And it's,
What's in that?
I got a Chris Alston front end in it, coilovers. I got a 350 fuel injected motor in it. Got paddle switches on it to shift it up and down. Posi rear end.
You blow it in.
Turbo 400 in it that's built a little bit, so it's going to give her a little kick when she's driving the car up and down, And we blacked out all the chrome. We powder coated all the chrome, so she doesn't have to worry about the fingerprints, because the kids are going to be in the car.
Right.
And
how many kids?
Oh, I can't fit all my kids in that car because I got 7 kids.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's what my wife says. Oh boy. But
that seems like a great car for her. It's a real driver for her.
Yeah, one of my kids is heavy into soccer, and they do tournaments.
Right.
3 or 4 states around. So during the summertime, she can load up the stuff in the trunk, take the car.
That's terrific.
She doesn't have to worry about it. I told her, don't worry about the little dings and dents. I'll do it over when we're done.
Do it over, yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of doing it over, let's talk about the builders.
I got a phenomenal crew. I really do. Peter Newell, who just moved the shop to Norwood from Hanover, him and his crew, his help, his workers and everything, did both cars over. They basically come to the shows, set everything up for me.
Yeah. And you show up.
Well, I show up and I try to help, and they tell me, "Listen, old man, go sit down and relax. We'll take care of it."
Hey, listen, you got it made.
But Peter's actually taken to the car places I just can't go because I'm working. I'm a contractor. And the orange car has been on the Power Tour last year.
Okay.
It drove from Boston to Florida, Florida back to New Jersey, and back to Boston. And it's been to the Good Guys shows in Columbus, Ohio, stuff like that. And we drive it. It's not a trailer queen, only in the winter.
That's terrific.
Okay, but this car has about 15,000 miles on it. And I can't say enough for Peter and his crew. They're unbelievable people.
Well, starting from, as we said from the beginning of the interview, from the display to the cars, you can certainly be proud of them because they do some hell of a job.
I have a competitive attitude.
Well, that's good.
In everything I do.
That's good. That's, listen, that's part of the sport. That's part of the
certainly is. Certainly is.
Where do you reside?
I live in Pembroke, Mass.
Oh, okay.
Which is about 30 miles south of Boston.
Oh, all right. How long does it take you to get here?
I would say about 2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not too bad.
Is this the first time you've been to the show?
No. This is, I think this might be my 3rd year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a nice show.
Oh, Frank does an excellent job.
He certainly does. Well, I'll tell you, all his workers are great.
Yeah.
Helped us out, help us move in everything,
They do. I know.
Absolutely.
I enjoy coming up here and covering the show because I know that I'm never going to be dissatisfied or disappointed, with seeing the cars. There's so many cars here, I can't get them all in, and it's a shame because the viewers only get, a limited amount. You really have to be here at the show in order to appreciate, what kind of
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So,
Steve, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy, and I'm glad we got a chance to talk to you.
You have a nice weekend.
All right, thank you very much. One of the cars in this diverse show up here in Hartford at the Maratta Expo show is a 2002 Saturn. And when you look at it, you'll see it's very unique. It's a nitrous burning Saturn. And I have Chris Redmond, who's the owner of the car, and he's alongside of me, and I'm going to introduce you to Cars and Us.
Thank you.
All right, as we introduce your 2000 Saturn to the viewers. This is a real eye-catcher. It's a lot of modifications have been done to this car.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of shaved parts off of it. We lowered it down, make it look more sleek, give it a real sweet paint job, all Hauser colors. Just make it eye-catching.
I understand there's a tremendous amount of work in this car. I was told by a friend of yours and mine, Steve McDonough, and he said you really have to talk to Chris because he's got so much